Now, here they are talking about how having imagination and even having consideration for others is just a form of privilege.
It is not only a privilege to sort of imagine, but it is also a privilege to be able to think outside of yourself, to have considerations outside of yourself, and then next to yourself, your house and home.
But it's also it's not imagination is absolutely a privilege. It was chilling when you said that. But it's also necessary. Like
It's a
there is
requirement
no
for movement.
way
Yes.
for us to be a
It's a
truly
requirement.
liberated people without imagination. We
requirement.
have to believe there is
Agreed.
another way. We have to.
Agreed.
There's a book called How to Get to Yes. We have to get to yes. And I know it is so hard when systemically you see over and over. We see over and over. There is no other way out. Our freedom, I was talking to my book editor yesterday, but our freedom is literally the way that we view freedom as Black people. When I say we, I'm talking about Black folks. We see it within the context of oppression. We don't see freedom outside of, I just want to live. I just want to survive. I just want to be left alone. You know, even in the moments where our freedom has just been leaving us alone, that has been in the context of the trauma that is resulting from slavery and oppression and being a stolen people. So it's hard to talk about imagination when our existence has been shaped through the lens of trauma.
It's so hilarious when Black people like this think that for some reason, the slaves of the early Americas were the only people in world history to ever be oppressed, to ever be enslaved, to ever go through hardship. I mean, she said, we can only think of freedom in the context of oppression. Well, yeah, freedom is in context to oppression. Why do you think so many Europeans came from Europe to the Americas? Because they were getting away from oppression, whether it was religious oppression or the ability to have free speech or leaving a tyrannical government or escaping an unfair justice system. And it's so funny how they talk about you have to have imagination. You have to be able to believe that there's a better way forward. Yet these are the biggest proponents of trying to keep Black people mentally enslaved and think that there is no hope, that there is no way forward, that they're oppressed, that they can't accomplish anything. They're disadvantaged. They're systemically oppressed and have no chance. They are the one telling other Black people this and convincing them to have the similar mindset. It's like if you were running a marathon and each person running was of a different race. Black people are the only ones that as soon as the race starts, shoot themselves in both feet and then complain that they end up last.